line 2, bring it here. I haven't tested it. I hope it will work. And for this, I can use this section. Let's see. Z, it's working perfectly. Minus 1.0. It seems it will work. That is something like yesterday only clicked into my mind. So if I like want to use this, I can add more polygons to this and make it really nice and clean shape. That is something I can do it very easily. It works. And it will make my life way easier. Alt drag. Yeah, because this is it's a curved one, so it won't it will create this curved surface. If I bring a flat surface, so I can do it very easily, like perfect symmetry and match everything and create this entire section. Or I can like make it some fancy like open part, something like this. That will be like quite nice to see. Yeah, I can do it now. Like this, I can create this thing very easily. It will look nice also. Like manual labor will be. Oh, but it died. So this is something can be done very easily. Okay. So like what I'll do, I'll just modify this mesh and bring it here. So I guess I have this geometry already in math. Or I have this geometry in here also. This one. Right? So what I can do is, so like there's lots of techniques are there. Let me try a blueprint actor. This is my combined mesh. I can name it combined. Oh, sorry, underscore. It won't read anything. This blueprint. I can add a static mesh here. Click this. And right now you can see it's empty. So I can go to content, select my this mesh, how, apply it here, red, it's fine. Then right click, I can duplicate this and let's say text, right? Select this one, scale it into -1. See, perfect shape. Like this you can create all the combination. Like you have so many object like modular pieces where you have to have you need to like combine them and put together and create an entire scene. So like this you can create the entire scene in one blueprint. Then I can just simply save, like compile and save it. Once you compile, this becomes a complete blueprint. Where is my blueprint? This one, you can see it looks like a model. Drag, drop here in the scene. It's a solid geometry. Then I can select this one. Hopefully I'll be able to find apply it here. Okay. So it's already a blueprint. So in Spline you cannot apply the blueprint. That's the main problem. So for that I have to create with this I have to create the entire like blueprint once again. So either I can do go back and like combine create this entire section. So that will be a nice thing to do. So have I started recording? Recording. Yeah. You see this entire blueprint I have here. So what I'll do is of this, duplicate this, and spline is my tunnel or something. So select this one, viewport. Okay, it will be way too complicated. Okay, to add a mesh here, static mesh. We have this thing. This is not required. This becomes obsolete then. If I apply anything here, okay, it will become way too complicated. Like I can do it. I can apply one this model here directly. Yes, mesh with this one. Go here, click this one, apply it here. Go to viewport. You can still, like if you apply, you compile this. It's compiled. It will like whenever you like place it here, it will be visible. So all those things can be done, but that is like like that will make your this thing seem way too complicated. So I'll just delete this. So what I'll do? Go to map. Open my easiest way to do it for V4. Unhide all. This one is not quite. Hide selection. This one I also hide selection. I want this section. I'm just trying to find a way to make my life easy and create this entire set really quickly. Just light Also, I can hide, and this one and this one. Okay. I place it in the correct place. Excuse me. Entire model together. Everything is selected. I can just simply group it. That will be a group. Uh, yeah, I can do this. If I want to rotate, I can rotate also, or I can just simply symmetry it. That can be also done. 180 degrees. You can create this sheet, select the entire thing, export selected, and see side wall. I just see side wall see. Okay, I'll go to Unreal, right click, import 193 side wall see. Open, import. So like we can create this entire certain things so quickly and easily with this. This model is here. Double click and assign the same material, like whatever I have used for this. So I'll go to material and sidewall. This one. So start. Okay, so start. Very nice. Apply it here. So it's right now it consists of only one material. I'll separate all these materials later. Excuse me. Then next, select my sidewall this thing and replace it. See, instantly it becomes so easy for me to create this entire thing. If I want to rotate, I can rotate this thing. And this distance, if I feel it's way too much, so there's a gap. Why there is a gap? I said at this line point, make it evenly distributed. So that is something that can be done very easily. So by this technique, I can create this entire tunnel really quickly. Yeah. The only one thing I have to keep in mind is it perfectly snaps. Oh, there's a rotation and all this error. Actually, I can like snap also. Mm, So, like for creating something like this, you need to ungroup this and need to have in between loops. That is something is very important. Polygon, ungroup, polygon, modeling, shift loop. Either I can use shift loop, add multiple loops. There is a cut. There is something. Seriously is not important. Interior are most important. So very easily go to loops. You can add more loops here. It's a it should be some of looping vertex or something. Let's check it and clean it. Group it. There are two pivot points. Vertex snap is on or grid snap is perfect. Export selected side wall 2 and real import. Why is creating this time? Okay, because of this. Okay, this gap only. So this is something what I can do is ungroup, delete, delete. Now it should work perfectly. In that distance, reading that distance. Why? Correct? I just imported it should interior look. Okay, that's something that can be managed. Like we'll do something, modify those side edges and all. So like that. will make my life way easier, and I can create this thing. So instead of creating multiple things, like this curved this side walls, or maybe this straight side walls, or all those things, I can just create single solid thing, and in between wherever I need any shape, like for that that tunnel, that side gate and all, for that I can use this technique, and then if I want, I can duplicate this, rotate, and let's see, delete, 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 place it somewhere here so I can have a passage. You see from inside. Okay, see, I got that tunnel. Let's see fast camera. Reduce the camera speed. Place it here nicely. Delete the side wall. Double click open. Switch on the collision. Complex to go simple. Save. Save all. So I will save keys and new tunnel, and should be slightly over here. Center. Just I think this is where you want to manage. I can add something also. Save it. Click. Okay. Collision. So let me check. Use completion default. Should work. Yeah. Oh no, it's not working. In this line, I have created a collision distance. Let me open and check it. Static mesh collision. I have created a collision here. No collision. Save it. Collision was off in this line, so just switched it on. Now I'm compiling it. It will take some time. You can see how it's working. Save it. Done. Now it should work. Yeah. See, now I have two tunnels very quickly, and it's somewhere in the nowhere, middle of nowhere. Yeah. So now I can create nice tunnel or something, some really interesting shapes and all. Like use a reference, create something, and then try add some of your creativity and make it your own. So it will look nice and real, and it will look like something like you have created original. Nobody will have the same thing in their portfolio. You have a separate, completely unique portfolio. Like you can create this tunnels and it will look nice also. And if I want to, I can just make it like curve or something else. I can do that very easily. Okay. Okay. So that's how like I can create entire scene and like modify things, add tunnel, add multiple tunnels and all, and maybe I can create a cave with the help of this thing. That's what I'm planning right now, covering this section. So I'll do that, and let's start generating. Like because I need a landscape now. On that landscape, I want to create my entire scene. So because this backdrop is completely empty, so if I want, I can like because they all look kind of similar. It should not be like that. So what I'll do, I'll just save this first. Make sure keep saving your file. No mode, landscape. It will show you the landscape position. It's on the grid. So my model is on the grid, but rest everything is under the grid. So I'll move it down. So if I want, I can create it like this. And based on my camera also, I can extend this or create something. And this is like overall range is 5 5, so I can increase this or this section double. It's a 2 by 2, double the sections. And if you number of this section, if you want to increase, you can increase that as well. Proportionately, you can see 20 by 20. It's quite huge. That's like quite big. So, or you can just simply I already explained you guys. You can use the height map. That is something in Google. You can find landscape height map very easily. I have downloaded one already. This one. Use it. It will show me. Okay. Just click on. So number of all these things I can increase maybe 20 by 20 overall resolution. If I want, I can increase that quite dense, so it will create a nice detailed shape. Import. So it instantly generates this entire this thing. But the map size and those things are not proportionate. So I'll undo this. I'll delete that and switch to data. So this data is basically 7 by 7. This thing. So what I'll do, I just import this, create this entire mountain, and go back to my selection mode. Select this, F, zoom in, zoom out, and scale it, its height. Okay, my scene is not this direction. Most of things are visible in this direction because it's going from this direction to that direction. Or I can put it like this, or it's totally up to me, like in which direction I want to place all these things. Yes. So I got this legacy, this landscape background. If I want, I can duplicate this entire landscape. It's just a backdrop for me, so I'm using it as a backdrop. It will look nice. Got this entire thing in fog. So please switch off the fog and please think of this. I can set these. So what I can do, either I can set a camera and based on that I can set this entire scene very quickly. So now I have all these mountains and everything, but I can see those corners and this is also not correct. I got this like nice mountains. So I can create a nice scene now. Then and by default, if you open Unreal, you have this water material. You can use that, or you can use the same spline technique and create those. Use a plane and create that water. So I already have a water spline ready. I don't know where. Water, water spline data. I don't want data. I want water spline data. It's filtered by blueprint water. There is a check. No, not this one. Or I can just simply like say the plane. The line I have to find out is there somewhere. Like kept there. Lock everything. Maybe 500 is 500. Nice watery body. 1000 and it's a blueprint. It's on material. I have a water material. By default, when in Unreal, you have a water material. So if you want, you can use that directly or water. You can create it very easily. It's very simple material. taking a lot. It's compiling. Where is my water? Oh my. So like because now I have this scene, so I can plan like okay, I can create a bridge here, add something. So like make sure like whenever create a scene, like how to populate, how to make it interesting, add things, and create everything nicely. 75 minutes, 75 share is okay. Or maybe I can delete this one and create some kind of opening cave opening or something that will look nice. I can create a cave opening so that I can come here and from here you can see the entire scene. Yeah. So for that I have to plan the entire scene nicely. Required. I can add this kind of like rock. So you need to have a base sculpted, and on top of that you have to add all those rocks and other stuff to make it look really high poly and nice. No need to like add rocks everywhere. Near to your camera, you can add those things only. If this part is not this is visible, and this part is not visible. If I want, I can delete that also, or I can just if I want, I can create a step kind of thing. So that you can jump here like that. It's still compiling. It will take some time to compile. Reduce daily smoke. This is we can control. So as a well, let switch it off. So scene setup like this is like scene dressing basically. You have to dress the entire scene so that it looks really nice. Like it should have some like wow factor to it. Then add all this things one more time. In this scene, I'm basically using three landscapes. Appropriate. Yeah, this is better.
Sir, can you explain pixel mixer?
Okay, I can. Oh yes, I totally forgot that. I'll explain system yesterday. Still, yes, we have 10 more minutes. So let's say that. Like this, you can like dress your entire scene, create nicely all this stuff and all. Just give me a second. Well, just add this water and all. So it looks nice. So you can create this. So let me be. Let's save it. So for pixel mixer, there are like two ways to do it. Oh, I have to save it. Cancel, save as. Understood Bluetooth. Because I have modified this, so I need a separate version for this. Is it? And where is my? I have found it. Make sure we log in with the same Epic login ID. Support, sign in, Google. Logged in. Okay. So Quicksell Mixer, like now it's open. So by default, when you open it, it basically it have like few ready-made materials already. But in Mixer, you can combine multiple materials, multiple textures, detail maps, patterns, everything. Create a procedural map. A Quicksell Mixer basically create a procedural map, like tileable map. But you can texture your own model as well. So let's start. So start with this. I start with new mix, or I can use any basic thing, 2K, 4K, any. This is GA193. I name it like this. So basically, by default, when it opens, it gives you a plane. It's a plane, 2 meter by 2 meter plane. You can see 2 by 2 meters. It's just a plane. If you want to have 3D assets, you can import from your library, or you can go to online. From there also, you can import any of the model or local library. You can search for local library. What you have in local library? Why it's not showing anything? Local library has few assets. For type. Showing only smart materials. Okay, anyway. So I can just simply open any of the mesh, or I can, if I want, I can import my custom mesh, my own mesh. But it will generate a texture based on your UV. You cannot bake any map here. You have to bake all the normal cavity, everything in either marmoset or in substance, and then bring it here. So, like as of now, I'll show you how to do create texture. Like just to give you an introduction, how to create your any procedural map here with the help of this question mixer and create a tileable map. The first thing first, you can see this is your viewport, your local library, and online assets available. This is something you're like quite familiar with Bridge. It's already there. We're following PVR metalness pipeline. You can select all the maps. You can see only albedo, metal roughness, all these things also. You have this, you can see plane, cube, space, cylindrical view as well. So these are basically preview displacement mode. If you want, you can switch it off. The tiling, you increase, decrease. I don't want it. This will preview is there. Show grid if you want to switch on, switch off. Basic things. Nothing like very fancy. So indoors, what kind of lighting is it? Indoor lighting, street light, overcast, desert. You can select the lighting condition, and plus here you have perspective view, top view, front view, all the views. It's a very straightforward, simple software. Then there's a plane. So to and then right side you have layers. Layers it exactly works like Substance, or maybe you can say like Photoshop. You have layer stack where you have like a mask channel, where you have a like, layer, where fill layer, where you can add all the colors, material, textures, and mask. You can apply all the masks and generate masks. You can do all those things. So by default, you can see there's like lots of base material textures are applied. It's flat. There's nothing special is there. So either you create or like suppose you have a specific model, you have to bake all the maps, roughness map, metal map. Either you bake those things, or curvature or material ID you bake, and like albedo you bake, or normal you have to bake. Then bring it here and create all the textures. Yeah, I'll show this as well. So this is the base material layer. It's flat, gray, nothing fancy, nothing is there. So I want some layer to apply here. So you can see add surface layer. There's nothing. So I'll go to local library, but I don't know why it's not showing anything. There's so many assets I have downloaded. Why it's not showing? Yeah, now it's showing. So, all these things I have already downloaded. So I can select this ground. So I have these two grounds. So let's see. I'll start with this one. Just simply drag and drop. It will load into the scene. So I can see, but it doesn't look like any like complete scene. It looks like half thing, like it's under gray because because of this base layer. I can this base layer. I cannot change it, but I can apply multiple materials here. So this is my base, and I want to modify few things. Opacity, I can reduce, increase. From below, from above, I can change like from which direction to read. So from below, basically, it's on the ground. So on the ground, so all these parts will be extruded outside, and whatever thing you can see here, it's part of displacement map. Then styling, you can see, can this underlaying, like then you can increase this underlaying. You can see there's so many detailing and blur. You can reduce blur, wrap it nicely. Threshold you can increase, decrease. Like it's below ground, above ground. You can decide with that. Then, if I want to add one more material, like suppose mossy ground, I can apply this, and now I have this one. Nicely up. Select the moss because the moss is not visible. I can move it up and move this bit down. And if I want, I can change this like a texture also from here. This is my ground. Then I want this moss. This is mossy effect, and instantly it looks so realistic and nice. Combine of these two textures. Then if I want, I can add more things. You can see there's a decal map. If I want to add a decal map, there I have to again check Atlas. Atlas, I guess I don't have here. I haven't downloaded anything. I can go to online and go to details, a crack or something, anything. I can just simply click it. It will download. You can download and place it here. It should have some access. I guess I have a couple of detail maps. Let's see. Local library? No, it's not showing anything. Displacement. I have a couple of displacements, smart material, all types. Okay, these things I have. Okay, let's see. So I can add any detail atlas, any alpha map basically. So I don't have any of the this thing downloaded, so I have to download and place it here. I'll just do it quickly. Online uh, atlas. It should load. Okay, let's see. Something, some rock, some debris, or something scattered. Something download. I hope it should download quickly. The moment it will download, it will automatically will be applied here. Loading, downloaded. Okay. Drag drop. It will load. So you can see detail maps. Basically, apply them. Threshold. Change this thing. Radius. So it's not changing. You can move it up and down. And you can blur. Like combine with the base. You can do those things. Then placement you can change. And it will always style. Create those things. Then suppose you want some to add solid layer. Like suppose you want to add some color. You can add a color also here. Pick some maybe some of this color. Apply, and then you see you can add those colors like some color tint you want to give. You have this like from below and above this thing blend mode. You can change like styling and free form for blending. You see right now it's nothing. Like open it. Then albedo you can see if you open it, by default blending mode is normal. If you want to just add it, overlay, it will blend with the base. Like same like Photoshop or Substance, you have all these modes also. Let's suppose you want to add some liquid, click on this layer, it will add a liquid, and then with the help of threshold, okay, you can instantly create this kind of liquid, this watery swamp or something very easily. So it can combine any kind of texture, any kind of thing from substance and create a new texture altogether. Like suppose I want to change this moss. Instead of this moss, I want to have some rocks or something. So I can simply go to some rocks. I have some rocks here. I can just drag drop it here. To load, you can see there's no like a limit to it. Move it up, move it down. Like any kind of texture you can create. If you want to remove the moss, you can do that. So remove this underlying this color, delete this water, delete. This will reduce it slightly. Then this detail is there. So you can add this thing like then suppose you have this moss and you want to add this moss on this all these crevices and all. So what you can do is right click. There you can see the add mask stack. Click on this, it will create a mask. And right now there's nothing. Click on map. Then you have to see normal curvature gradient position. So like what kind of mask you want. So either you can see like too many options there. Click on this, add a mask with some curvature. So based on curvature, it will start generating the mode. And then for this, right click, okay, mask. Then we have underlying the base current layer. This is something you have to try it out and check edges only, cavity only see. You can just make it cavity only. So this moss will be visible only and only in cavity. Style you can change if you want. XY is fine. The tail is fine. Opacity can reduce, increase from below, from above. You can do any of this. Opacity mask you can use. Placement I can change. Then click the mask. This is curvature. Right now I'm using with curvature. So current layer, underlying mix. I want to mix with the base. Then I also want to invert. I can invert it, the entire map. Then if I have this, but I want like in Substance also you combine multiple maps together. I can click and add another this thing gradient position or something. Based on that, I can define my gradient position. Range I can define. So basically show you give you the result combining these two. So like same thing we do in Substance Painter, we combine multiple masks with multiple this thing, generator, then paint and all those things. You can do the exact same thing here. And this, and then you can just like, add water, like if you don't want that, delete it, add other rocks, other things. So this is like law, you can do this like this n number of options are there. I can and you can try it out and check, and you can create amazing quality detailed texture. These are all photo scans. So and it generates everything based on your curvature map, your normal map, and a color ID, your position map. So those things are already there in Pixel. You can just simply combine those sections all together and create something amazing and new. So your texture will look entirely different and new. Suppose I want to use this, now I can simply I can just quick export to library or quick export. It will export this to Pixel Bridge. From there, you can export it to Unreal directly. It will create a material. You can create something like this. Simple. But to create and then you can use this for your actual model as well. Like for you want to create something, you can do that as well. But it will take some time for you to give this thing, some texture and some maps and all. So I'll prepare that. Then I'll show that see how to use that as well, and it's quite easy. It's not very difficult. Okay, let's see. I explained it that this once again tomorrow. Let's see. Unmuted. Okay, today Anil is here. Okay, he sent me submission also. Ashwin is also here. Very nice. Nitin is here. Yes. Philip is here. Yes.
Sir,
Yes. Mhm.
I'm having problems submitting. It's not my network is not good, I think.
So you can submit me a screenshot. Mail me the screenshot and upload the screenshot. If file is not uploading, send me the screenshot. That will work.
I can just mail you, no, sir.
You can mail it to me. Yes, that's fine.
Oh.
Nitin, Praveen. Then we have Raj Williamson is present. Roman, Tushar. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. My other class is waiting, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. And try this thing out. I'll explain it once again tomorrow with some reference and all, so it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, bye.